This is how it will be when people are reunited with Christ and forgiven by Christ. When He hugs you like this, it means that your sin has been forgiven and the bond, the rift between the sinners and Christ has been mended, fixed and repaired. Will you be my text mate? He looks really good in these clothes. Now remember, you gotta talk to him, you gotta establish a relationship with him. He's waiting for you. He's very patient, but time has almost run out, so hurry and establish that connection with him. And this is the rapture and the first resurrection. It's going to be a gobsmacking moment. Now this is very important here. Whenever that right there are the 10 commandments. That's Jesus, that's someone, and that's Satan. And those are all the other people waiting in line. Now when the great judgment comes, the great judgment will happen in the divine court. It's going to be like courts here on earth, but instead divine. Christ is going to be the defendant, defending the sinners, and Satan will play the role of the persecutor. The name Satan means persecutor, one who persecutes. And Satan is going to point at somebody. He's going to point at every sinner and say, "This boy deserves to burn in hell for all eternity with me. He slept with 20,000 women." And Christ is going to say, "Lord, have mercy upon this young man. He repented of his sins. He was nice to his mother. He obeyed the commandments. He deserves to be forgiven." And that's how it's going to be. Satan is going to try to condemn every single person he can, and Christ is going to try to save and defend every single person he can. Here is Jesus as a baseball player, batting for you. He's hitting a home run for you. When he died on the cross, he hit a home run for you. All you have to do is trust in him and run that track. Remember, he hit the score, he hit the ball, but you have to do all the running. And this was Christ when he was alive, performing miracles, healing the sick and bringing dead people back to life. And here is the first resurrection and the rapture. Or after the first resurrection and the rapture, when the earth is already devastated, and the people who haven't taken the mark of the beast see the Lord. And there is Jesus himself, supreme on the throne. He seems so happy. He is welcoming you with a smile. Now this is an allegory. When Christ is known both as a lamb and a lion. When he came to earth 2,000 years ago in the flesh, he was gentle like a lamb. But when he returns to punish the earth, he will be back as a lion. He will be fierce this time. He was gentle the first time, he will be fierce this time. And that's the meaning of his painting. And here is the great white throne room again. A very scary place. Very scary place. Very scary place. And here is Christ's sacrifice on the cross. The greatest sacrifice in human history, and the most important sacrifice in human history. All the demons tremble before the cross. You know, the demons and the fallen angels, they cannot say Christ came in the flesh. And they cannot say Christ died on the cross, because in their mind, in their philosophy, humans are ultimately selfish, and nobody, not even God, can do such a selfless act. And when he resurrected, they cannot say that, because they know it means their destruction in the future. It twists their tongues if they try to say that. They can't say it. They can't say Christ came in the flesh, or Christ died in the flesh. They can't say that. They can't say he rose from the dead, because they know that is their death nail in their coffin. And you know what? Ultimately, it's not too late, even for the demons. Some of them can repent right now. If you think about it, they've already done what they did. They had their revenge. They rebelled against God. They tortured the humans. They have nothing left to prove. They can outsmart the other demons and fallen angels by repenting and going back to God. They've already proven their point. Now it's time for at least one of them to repent. And here is Christ as a football player. hitting a score just for you. He looks so great. Better than anybody else. Inside the fence. I'm always on your side. The nearest Christ coming back with his army on the devastated earth to slaughter the unbelievers and everyone who's taken the mark of the beast and all the mutants and the hybrids. It's going to be epically epic.